Good evening, friends. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about characteristics of a measurement system. To choose an instrument most suitable for a particular measurement, knowledge of the characteristics of the measuring system is very important. These characteristics describe the expected performance of the measurement system. These characteristics are broadly classified into static and dynamic characteristics. Static characteristics are used to measure the quantities which are slowly varying with the time or almost constant. That is, it will not vary with the time, which is called as a static characteristics. For example, accuracy, sensitivity, drift, resolution, repeatability, hysteresis are some of the examples for static characteristics. Yes, some more examples here we are seeing: accuracy, precision, backlash, true value, linearity, range, tolerance, error, repeatability, reproducibility are some characteristics of an instrument. That is a static characteristics. Static characteristics does not vary with the time. That is called static characteristics. We will see some important static characteristics. The resolution is the smallest input increment change that gives small but definite numerical change in the output. If you increase the input, there will be change in output. That is called a resolution. Threshold. This is a minimum value of input below which no output can be appeared. Is known as threshold of the instrument. So we have to give some input, otherwise there will not be any output. So minimum input is required to have the output measurement. Another static characteristic is a drift. It is a variation of the output of an instrument which is not caused by any change in the input. Output of an instrument is not caused by any change in input. That is, it is commonly caused by internal temperature changes and component instability. Drift or zero drift is a variation in the output of an instrument which is not caused by any change in input. That is, it is a type of some error. Sensitivity drift is the amount by which instrument's sensitivity varies as ambient conditions change. That is a temperature, pressure change. Say, now if you look at this dial gauge, there is an error. Instead of showing 0, it shows some 9.2. In another thing, it shows some around 4. So after taking the reading, we have to subtract or we have to add these deviations. That is called drift. Error, the deviation of the true value from the desired value is called error. It may be due to measurement error or the person who is conducting the measurement, that person labor operator error or instrument error or ambient error. There are many types of environment error. There are many types of error. So it is nothing but a deviation of the true value from the desired value is called error. Repeatability, it is the term itself says the definition. It is a closeness value of the same output for same input and the same operating conditions. Same measuring instrument, same operator, same environment. If the value comes very closer or same value repeats, then only we can say that it is repeatability is good. That is, we can accept the reading, accept the instrument. Reproducibility, that is, when an experiment is conducted, if we could reproduce the same dimension with the same accuracy and precision, then we can say it as reproducibility, the extent to which consistent results are obtained when an experiment is repeated, which is very important for analysis. Next is the range, is the total range of values which an instrument is capable of measuring. If you take a 1 foot scale, it can measure from 0 to 30 centimeter. That is called range. Zero stability, the ability of the instrument to return to zero after the measured has returned to zero after the measurement. That is stability. Dead band, this type of range of different input values over which there is no change in output value. We are giving input but there is no change in output. That is called dead band. Input is given, no change in output. That is called dead band. Backlash, it is the lost motion or free play of mechanical elements are known as backlash. See, backlash, if you give some input but there will not be any output. If you move one thread forward but there will not be any change in the net, that is called backlash. Next is the linearity, ability to reproduce the input characteristics symmetrically and linearly. Look at the graph, the voltage distance, ideal line, actual value. That is reproduce input characteristics symmetrical error. Next is the dynamic characteristics. The static characteristics, we have seen that it is a constant, it will not vary with the time. That is called static. Static means it will not vary with the time. That is called static. Whereas a dynamic is opposite to static. It will vary with the time. That is called a dynamic. Vary with the time is called a dynamic. Here we have few characteristics like steady state, periodic, transient, speed of response, measuring lag, fidelity, dynamic error. These are some dynamic characteristics. That is transient means it varies with the time. Speed of response, instrument responds to change in the measured quantity. The speed with which an instrument responds to changes in the measured quantity is called the speed of response. Lag, that is a delay. Lag means a delay. The delay in the response of an instrument to change in the measured quantity is called measuring lag. Fidelity, the degree to which an instrument indicates the changes in the measured value without dynamic error is called fidelity. That is steady state, periodic means magnitude has a definite repeating time cycle. That is called steady state, periodic. Transient, output does not have definite repeating time cycle. Speed of response, system responds to change in the measured quantity. Measured lag, it is the delay in response of an instrument to changes in the measured quantity. Fidelity, the degree to which measurement system indicates changes in the measured quantity without error. Dynamic error, it is a difference between the true value of the quantity change with the time and the value indicated by the measurement system. This is called dynamic error. So in this video we have discussed about different types of characteristics of measurement system. It has been broadly classified into static and dynamic system. Static means it does not vary with the time. Dynamic means it varies with time. Thank you for watching this video.